I got used to. Whoa. The main problem most people have with overtriming is that it demands near perfection. You only have a few hits. You can take certain bosses like Pure Vessel. Sounds bad at first, but it allows you to improve easier and get better at the game. So but I understand why it would be difficult to start with. But to learn the bosses, taking damage and healing isn't much of a problem. The main point is to have fun. Yeah, and that was the problem. Is I wasn't having fun. Basically, I was doing practice against the Pure Vessel after I Hello Caddis, where it's time. The time is here. We haven't beaten Pantheon 4 yet, so but. Controller? Uh-oh. Controller. Okay. Oof. I'd accidentally kind of tugged on the cord. I don't have a Bluetooth connection for my controller. That sounds like a headache. So I have a wired connection. But yeah, we had a skill issue with P4. We got to the final boss of P4, but he killed me in a matter of seconds, so I went to go practice him and realized that I was just playing like absolute dog shit. And I was like, well, maybe we remove combat from the equation. And so we got to the first checkpoint in the Path of Pain. Well, Path of Pain is, Path of Pain is hard. Yes, I don't think there's ever a doubt about that. Oh. Alright, we got to the next checkpoint. So here is where I'm going to cheese this a little bit by letting my health kind of come back. Okay. Oh. Is this like another... Is that like a... Learning of the Pure Vessel's past will allow you to understand more deeply the current vessel, that of what we call the current vessel. What we call... Are you talking about lore? Well, let's just save ourselves the time and... Alright, let's take a look at this. Oh, it is really hard. I think really hard is an accurate assessment. If we go over, we're gonna have to fall down. And then dash and then downswing. Bring ourselves up. I think I got this. At least I... Oh, fuck, I was right there. Yeah, definitely not doing that. All right, go ahead and top off. Got our trusty little unlimited juice right there. Too early. The last room took you an insane amount of time. I just kept getting worse. It took a walk. Like that's what I used to do when I get mad at a game or like frustrated at motherfucker. Or like I got frustrated and I actually found that driving and going for a walk when I'm having trouble with like a coding problem, for example, or a programming challenge, I've actually found that like going for a drive or going for a walk actually helps me solve the problem. Like I had a bit of a problem that I had to solve this week, and I essentially came to that conclusion or that solution to that problem that I had to solve this week during the last weekend. It just kind of like popped in my head while I was playing Satisfactory, actually. I don't know. I've seen Kaizo Mario, so this isn't really, in my opinion, this isn't that bad. This, on the other hand, is absolutely cursed. Getting into that first vertical section seems like that's going to be a real challenge. Really? Oh, I think I see it now. Stop that. I'm getting too excited and too anxious. Well, I mean, aren't kings usually very, very rich? Oh my god. I mean, into the sushi verse, do you mind if I just call you Sushi? That might be, easier. Have you ever like played like Mario Maker or like Kaizo Mario? Because like this does not seem like a lot to me. But I also watch, but I also watch a lot of Barbarous King, and like especially back in the day when he played nothing but Mario Maker like all fucking day long. I've seen some pretty atrocious shit done with buzzsaws and spikes. I keep doing that. Yeah, Mario, I don't think there's a single person on the planet who hasn't played some degree of Mario Maker. It's like the platformer definition of brain rot. The last Mario game that I genuinely enjoyed was Super Mario Odyssey. No wonder it wasn't bad. I've never been a big person who's like big into 2D platforming. Which is ironic because here I am doing the hardest platforming challenge in this game, but this game isn't just 2D platforming. Press jump too late. I like to thank the gardener for the spiky plants. More expensive than the buzzsaws, but they're also like self-replicating too, aren't they? once you plant the spiky plant, it grows on its own. You just have to guide where it grows. The same concept as this first one. You dash over and then you basically have to immediately hit the jump so you can get onto that wall. So let's see if we can do it. Too early. The moment I told my brain to press that button, I knew it was too early. Before I even made the movement, I was like, yep, no, I pressed that too early. Even then, it needs a lot of care. It doesn't grow where it should and shouldn't. Yeah. And suddenly Sushi's like, oh, actually, yeah, it's Jesus. That makes Buzzsaw seem really, fuck me. Butts. Butts. $30 for a 14-inch buzzsaw. That's not bad at all. But if you multiply that by like 50, then you have maybe half of the buzzsaw sitting in this fucking palace. The reason I say half is because the White Palace alone has a whole cacophony of this fucking noise. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I thought there was a statue behind me. Turns out there is not. And then that. I need to press jump, like, basically as soon as I press R2. And... oh boy. Well, at least I got past that challenge. That wasn't too bad. That was incredibly stupid, though. I'm about to text my girlfriend and tell her to just, like, come into chat. She's texted me 3 TikTok videos. I'm just like, she knows that I'm streaming. She's following the channel and she is a subscriber, so she knows, like. Can you not pogo one for those? On the math, there's about 120 buzzsaws, which costs about $3,600, which is nothing to sneeze at. That, like, we're... Yeah, I don't think I follow how they're expecting me to do that. Unless... No. but when I pogo the spike... That happens to me a lot. I'm like, well, but I tried that and it didn't work, and then I try it and then it works. I thought you couldn't. Well, yeah, no, I know pogo refreshes your dash. It also refreshes your double jump. So like, yeah, you can pogo and then you get your double jump and dash back. Okay, the problem by the price of buzzsaws is that the big ones are nearly only sold with a table and technology to not cut yourself. You just take apart the whole table then, or you just buy a factory and manufacture your own. There are some buzzsaws that are larger than him too, though. I wish I hadn't seen this. Oh my god. Oh! I was doing well. Ish. Motherfucker. Counting for large buzzsaws, let's say but buzzsaw. We're discussing the Hollow Knight budget here, huh? The budget meeting about Hollow Knight's defense budget. Why? Oh my god! Why did I do that? I pressed X. I pressed down and X when I was trying to down slash. I shouldn't have done that. Apparently we're meeting for the Hollow Knight's defense budget. So we got 5K for buzzsaws. What about the infection though? Is that like a defense measure, or is that an accident? Is that like a hazardous? Is that like a chemical spill? Because the infection is providing some level of defense. I need to stop dashing there and just pogo off of all of the buzzsaws. far forward. The precision, man. Precision is fucking rough. Yeah, but it, you know, look at what it does though. It's trying to keep us out, so it's defending its territory. I'm just trying to think of like a real world example of that, and like the only thing that comes to mind is like the BP oil spills and shit like that. And yeah, I'm gonna attach a corporation's name to the ecological disasters that they're responsible for. But any sane person would do. Well, this is also, like you said, it's a dream world, so is it even real? Like, is it an actual tangible location? Like, I always took the dream nail stuff, it's like, we're basically, like, when we're going into somebody's head. That's how I understood the dream nail functionality, is you're going into somebody's head. Like kind of Freddy Krueger type shit, you know? They're asleep and they're dreaming and you come in and you fuck up their life. One lone knight remembers. That's kind of what I was trying to figure out. Like, that's the only part of the thing that I wasn't sure of. Like, what drew this dude here? No. Damn it. Going forward too fast. Still going forward too fast. Slow down, Mose. Wasn't paying attention. Yeah, what I learned from that experience was that I can't use that. So like the reason I said no was because I was looking at the speed of the buzzsaws as it was going back and forth, and what went through my head was those are moving that bottom one's moving slow enough, I'm supposed to bounce off of that thing, aren't I? And that's like the one type of movement tech that I have the most trouble with. It shows the White Palace in the background, and the name of that area is the Palace Grounds, where the palace once was, and he was the guard. Yeah, he was the guard. As the infection spread, they were wiped out. The Pale King died, causing the collapse of their society. And it's just simply, in a dream world, yes. Because the guard wanted to remember his home as it was all of his life. Oh, I don't mind that one bit. Like, that's how I am about like Dark Souls, and that's how I am about Metroid too. Like I had it when I was playing Metroid Dread. I challenged chat to like challenge me. Like give me some, ask me anything about Metroid. I could probably answer it. Oh wait, no, I was doing that on Discord. That's right. I did it here too, but Discord is where we got into the not a live-in type of home, no. Maybe Elliot from E.T., because I remember he cut his finger in E.T., cut his finger on a buzzsaw. That's when the dude did like the touchy thing. He did heal his finger immediately. Like, wow, you're magic. Was it mistakes or was it a single mistake? My understanding was that it was a single mistake, not multiple. That single mistake being that he came to care for the Hollow Knight. And because of that, the Hollow Knight developed emotions when it was supposed to be an empty vessel. Yes. He developed feelings for the Hollow Knight. That led to the Hollow Knight developing emotions when it was supposed to be an empty vessel, and that's why the corruption was able to take it over and still spread throughout Hallownest. And now we are the true empty vessel, here to save the day because the Pale King's a fucking idiot. Why I beat the crap out of him at the end of the White Palace. Dead. I made sure he was dead. Also, you have to in order to get that. I know. Fuck me. That is the bane of my platforming right now. That's where my skill issue lies. Like that's the part of the lore that I understand the most, is like what led to essentially the issues that. Why did I keep? For some reason my brain went full Metroid and thought I had like space jump or some shit. But yeah, it's like my understanding is like we are essentially the true empty vessel that can contain the infection, because the king corrupted the other one by coming to care for it. But that's the problem. That therein is the problem. They needed an empty vessel, not a kid. Oh shit! Something shipped. It wasn't looking for. They weren't looking for children. They were looking for. They were looking for a solution to a problem. Ooh, excuse me. And so their solution to that problem was to create an empty vessel to contain the infection that they needed to stop. Also, the interesting thing about like the mantis lore, the mantis village, and like the rest of the bugs of Hallownest is that the mantis village, like they're not allies with, or not even, they don't even really like the Pale King. I don't think he was burying the children though. They were being spawned out of the abyss. That's like, if you look at his body, that's what his body is. It's the abyss given form. So they're all coming out of here. We even see that in the memory, where like all the dudes are like falling down where you're climbing up, and then you see him like take the one that made it up. Like that's how they picked what they determined would be the perfect vessel. It was just whoever the first person to make that climb was. But he didn't bear the children. He just took them and instead of using him like the tool he was designed to be. Oh man. Could have jumped in, I could have saved that. But yeah, that was the problem. It's like, you know, he was not supposed to be a you know, the Pale King's child. He was supposed to be a solution, or the savior of Hallownest, but instead the Pale King acted, I would say, selfishly. He didn't think about the consequences of his actions. Yeah, the whole process in and of itself sounds kind of silly to me. Of like, wow. Huh? What are you talking about? Dark Souls 3 copied from Super Mario World. What the fuck would Dark Souls 3 have copied from Super Mario World? Motherfucker, I keep... Did they detail what they thought was copied from the Super Mario World? Or did they just make So yeah, it's probably just some fucking troll. I keep dashing at the top of that thing. Fuck! Ah! I was right there. That hurts a little bit. Yeah, I wish Steam was a better place though. I'm guessing you pulled did you pull that review off of Steam? where I'm guessing that is. That's where I usually see all the like the troll reviews and shit like that. Come on. Down, jump, jump. No. What? I heard the tink. Did he not go down? Did he not was it a horizontal swipe? You know, people did that shit with the Elden Ring DLC as well, saying that, you know, they gave the game bad reviews, saying it's too hard. And it's like, did you play the original? Oh, excuse me. Go ahead and read this and break this down. Bro, this game had bad reviews from people who thought it was too hard. It's super funny. Or would complain that it had key traits of a Metroidvania, like they didn't even know what the genres were. That's the funny thing. Like, I've been into these. You like to read bad user reviews about very good games. They're often so hilarious and funny. There's a YouTuber called the Axeman who also does that. I think he calls it his hot take series, where he reads, like, you know, I guess what we call spicy takes nowadays, which are just like people saying stupid shit. I shouldn't have done that. I was trying to move too quickly. I tend to avoid anything that might cause drama, which is kind of funny given that I'm streaming on Twitch, and that's like, you played most From games, I think. You think Consort Radon could have been made better, but at least you have all the resources necessary to make it easy. Well, they've nerfed him recently too, to where you can now see his attacks and what he's doing in phase 2. What the fuck was I doing there? Oh my god, just as I was thinking I'm too far over, I'm going to hit those spikes, I was proven right. Yeah, I'm basically what you would, I guess you could call like a From Software mega fan. Are you talking about in the Steam reviews? Why are you not going down? I'm pressing down on the analog stick. God. What? Now in Twitch? I don't think I understand what you're saying. Like, I can see a whole, like, I can see messages you guys were talking about when we were talking about, like, the lore of the game and stuff like that. I'm not sure I understand what you're trying to say. One review of Hollow Knight says they got soft locked in some of the first areas. They were just so bad they couldn't make the jump in Queen Station. I love when people like want to blame the game when it's not the game's fault. It's like, maybe if you were good. I wasn't paying attention. Wrong button. There we go. Probably, a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. What the hell? Hold on. Fuck off, Amazon. Amazon's sending me these, like, all this. That's one thing I really don't like, is that Amazon's now pushing ads, like, on your phone. Like, if you don't want ads from Amazon, you might as well just uninstall the app from your phone. And I get them constantly. It's like, we just found a new deal for you. And it's like, no, you fucking didn't. Because I'm not an impulsive shopper. I didn't buy anything. I've never bought anything impulsively. Ever. I wouldn't say it's impulsive though. It's a tree ornament of my favorite video game franchise. I don't think that's impulsive. That's me being a fan. That's normal stuff. I need to take advantage of that, the quick slash there. That's a good question. He's gonna follow it up though with, and why is it Sekiro? Sekiro is a fucking great game though. Yeah. Because Sekiro is a great game. Also, it's Caddis's favorite from game as well, from Soft Game. But like I said, for good fucking reason. Mine is Elden Ring, but that's just because of, like, I understand why Sekiro is great, and I'll never contest it, it's not great. But I like the open world stuff in Elden Ring. I like being able to explore, I like being able to try like different builds and stuff like that. I never have to do it again, right? I never have to do that bullshit again, right? That's... I did part of it. That's actually a question I have. So now, hypothetically, if I'm like, I want to go back to the Pantheon or whatever, I'm going to come back to this later. Is that pathway still open? Is that open forever? Okay, that's moving too fast, so... Okay, I see. Oh, good, it's a permanent shortcut. Well, I mean, that's... Well, yeah, but my... since you're new here, you're probably not familiar with my saying unless you've heard it somewhere else. But I have a saying of, if you've done it once, you can do it forever. And I feel that's especially true in basically like all video game stuff. Once you've done it, you know, you've proven that you have the skill set needed to complete that challenge. Fuck I fucking fumbled it. Yeah, I feel that you know, that statement is especially true in this type of circumstance. God, it's like moving so fast. Problem is, you can't. So you're talking about like doing that, but the problem is there a way to cancel out of it once it's fully charged? See, that's my problem there. Sekiro has the advantage or disadvantage of only one weapon. For me, it's a disadvantage. Yeah, you have less varied, but the bosses are more finely tuned to the experience. Yeah, that's what I was. That's kind of what I was trying to figure out. Is like, is there a way to cancel it once it's fully charged? Like once it's there. Man, I jumped too hard. I should have. Dicks. That's what I say about that. Dicks. Entire floppy dicks. What are we doing with them? I don't fucking know. When I get good enough to beat Pantheon 4. And it feels like we're kind of, for now, locked into Path of Pain. I could be like, oh, let's, you know, but why would I do that? I don't know what Absrad is. Oh. Oh. Oh yeah, they added like, it was kind of like a pseudo DLC for Sekiro, where they added the messages and like the death stains or whatever. Oh, you're talking about Absolute Radiance. Is that what... I think that's what that... Is that what that's an abbreviation of, is Absolute Radiance? Yeah, so like I mentioned a while back, I've watched speedruns of this game. The speedruns involve doing Path of Pain and like a lot of the DLC as well. So, you know, this was back before I was like, before I even had the goal, or even the before streaming was even a twinkle in my eye. I was like, this game's cool. And so I played it, got like the default ending. I was like, okay, that was fun. And I was like, let's go look up some stuff on the game. Because that's usually what I do when I beat games, casually. Is then I'll go and like try and like do deep dives into the story and shit like that. And so obviously I found... I'm not 100% sure. They were GDQ runs. I mean, I could go to YouTube right now and pull up the runs and give you the categories that were run. But Path of Pain was a donation incentive in one of the runs that I think was just any percent. I should have taken that. We found a really good mod for you for Elden Ring. The mod makes you can fight any boss you want. Yeah, I mean those. Well, that's what. Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. Is because it is completely optional. It was a donation. Have you ever watched like Awesome Games Done Quick or Summer Games Done Quick? It's usually done twice. The Games Done Quick events are run twice a year here on Twitch. Yeah, it was a donation incentive, so they met the incentive at this. Hilariously enough, it was the first run of the event, but they unlocked the incentive like right away, and so while they're doing the intro, enough people had donated at a rapid enough pace that Path of Pain was met during the run. And like watching a speedrunner who's like, you know, kind of cracked at these games, kind of like how I am with Metroid. Or Metroid Dread, I should say. I'm not watching me play Super Metroid compared to like Oats and Goats and shit like that. I'm an abysmal player. And I feel like I'm kind of potato at this game too, but that's just because I set high standards for myself. That I wouldn't be able to tell you unless I looked it up. Let me get that for you real quick. This will take but just a minute. Okay, we've had that's 20. Oh, they was that it? Was that him? No. Yeah, no, it's there's visuals. And then there was Hollow Knight by Emre in Frost Fatales. It was 3 hours and 10 minutes. What was that category though? I don't think it says. Oh, but they did Path of Pain in that as well. For Insomnia did 2023 Frost Fatales. Same channel. Games Done Quick. So if you go to YouTube and type in Hollow Knight GDQ, you'll get all the runs that I was just reading off. But Visuals is the one that I watched most recently. He did any percent with Path of Pain, but I think he did it to the. I think he did enough of the main game to the point where he was able to fight the Radiance boss at the end. Make challenge runs for yourself in Sekiro, like you could beat the game in 2 hours without dying, or defeat Sword Saint Lucian on no upgraded health. Stratus? I had a feeling that was going to happen. Whoa. Yeah, Visuals? Yeah, he's kind of good. It was actually like that was the it was actually Games Done Quick that sort of did. And what on earth did I just do there? Oh, Stratus and Visuals, that was 2024, right? That was this year, if I'm not mistaken. It's kind of hard to keep it all straight in my head now because I don't watch the events anymore. I'll go back and like check out events that I thought was cool. The only one that I watched like live was when Barb was doing commentary for Grand Poo World 3. Well, I'd like to feel like I'm getting better, like, you know, looking at how I'm doing all this. I shouldn't have jumped there. Well, I had no choice but to jump there. Didn't really have space to, like, tap the Crystal Flash or anything. I could have... Stratus at 6th place at any percent at 32 minutes exactly. Oh, the task speedrun for Portal is fucking mind-boggling. Like, task runs are like a very interesting beast to observe. All right. There we go. Wasn't paying attention. 29 for any percent. Huh. Okay. Yeah, they usually tend to go with, I guess, I don't know what they, I would, like, if I were part of the games community that, like, chose the games to be running there, I don't know if I'd go for, like, the most technical runs, or if I go for what look like the most entertaining runs. Because, like, the technical stuff is that son of a bitch. That technical stuff can sometimes be very interesting, but like I've seen people try and, like, I don't know, I've seen some really boring runs of the event recently, which is part of why I stopped watching. The main reason, though, was the way they held the event hostage for Tears of the Kingdom. They essentially, and when I say they held it hostage, I'm not like being hyperbolic. They literally paused, like they were stalling the entire event, delaying the entire schedule, and fell way behind schedule because they were trying to meet a Tears of the Kingdom speedrun incentive. The incentive wasn't met. So instead of saying, alright, you guys didn't meet the incentive, better luck next time, they just sat there and read donations while people were counting down in the crowd. It's like, you know, that's no longer an incentive, that's a fucking ransom. Don't get me wrong, I think Tears of the Kingdom is a very entertaining game. Is that friend of yours, Lobos Jr.? He was recently on GDQ. I mean, it's worth asking, right? As he was doing a Dark Souls speed run on for GDQ. I don't know if it was randomized or I forget what it was that made the run unique, but it was like started their Oops Who Died marathon where they're covering like Souls games. Fuck, I thought I was gonna go down before I had to jump. Best game to speedrun are games that are nearly only focused on gameplay and not as long. Heavy, long story games like Baldur's Gate 3 are not interesting to speedrun. Also, part of the problem with games like Baldur's Gate 3 is to speedrun those games to a point where they're actually speedruns and not just oh yeah, Path of Pain runs are fucking wild. Like Baldur's Gate 3 is a story-driven game, and so obviously it's gonna have a whole lot of like there's gonna be a lot of dialogue and shit that they're gonna have to fucking try and like essentially glitch out of initiating, because they only care about hitting like story triggers to progress the plot so that they can, you know. Fucker, that was the end. Alright, I'm probably gonna have to take a quick bio break after this. Yeah.